Good morning, dear students. Welcome to the science class. I hope you all are ready for the part 3rd of our chapter number 8, body movements. Before moving further, let us see what we are going to learn in today's topic. We will learn about different types of joints, have a recap of previously taught portion, then we will see human skeleton system. So, let us start our chapter number 8, body movements. Children, as you know that we have discussed about different types of body movements in our previous video, and also we have discussed about what is the meaning of joints. So here you can see the bold letter word joint, the place where any two bones seems to be joined together, like elbow, shoulder, neck. These are all called as joints. So here we are going to see the type of one by one every joint. But before you should know what are bones. Children, bones are actually rigid organs that constitute part of the endoskeleton of vertebrates consist of calcium. You know what is endoskeleton? The internal skeleton structure is called as endoskeleton. So bone is responsible for this part. After that, the bone support and protect the various organs of the body, and they produce red and white blood cells and store minerals also. Other than that, bones can serve to protect internal organs such as the skull protecting the brain or the ribs protecting the heart and lungs. In this way, different bones at different positions are helpful for different kind of work. Bones also provide a frame to keep the body supported. This frame is we call this as skeleton. So let us see further about the different types of bones, and then we will see about human skeletal system. So be ready with your textbook, children. First we have seen what are joints. So the place where two or more bones join together are called as joints. Ends of bones forming a joint is lined with a layer of tough and elastic tissue called cartilage. So this cartilage actually helps to reduce friction between the bones during the movement. In this way the bones can move easily because of that cartilage. It is also present in other parts, example upper part of ear and front part of nose. So there are three types of joints: immovable or fixed, slightly movable joint, and freely movable joint. Let us learn about the different types of joints. Basically they are divided into two main types: movable and immovable. So in movable there are further four types: hinge joint, pivot joint or pivotal joint, gliding joint, ball and socket joint. After that, in immovable joint there is only one kind of joint, that is fixed joint. First one, ball and socket joint. Yes. Children, you can see your textbook also along with this, so you will understand the term. The ball and socket joint or spherical joint. It is a joint in which the ball-shaped surface of one rounded bone fits into the cup-like depression of another bone. Children, here you can see that first bone is round shape and another bone is cup shape. So this round shaped bone is fixed into this cup shaped bone. Right. So such kind of joints are called as ball and socket joint. You can note down this definition also. The ball and socket joint or spherical or spheroidal joint. It is a joint in which the ball-shaped surface of one rounded bone fits into the cup-like depression of another bone. These joints are found in the hip where the rounded head of the femur ball rests in the cup-like acetabulum in socket of the pelvis, and it is also in the glenohumeral joint of the shoulder. You can see the example of shoulder here. Where are the rounded heads of humor, means ball, rest in the cup-like glenoid socket of the shoulder blade. So, this blue color definition is important for you children. You can note it down. So you will be able to define the ball and socket joint. So here we have seen the other diagrams, other examples. In your book it is given. You can just try to find out ball and socket joint by comparing this cup-like structure and rounded ball, right? And here you can see the different parts of the shoulder. Now the next kind of joint is pivot joint, or it is also called as pivotal joint. Pivot joints allow for rotation which can be external. For example, when rotating an arm outward, or internal, as in rotating an arm inward. When rotating the forearm, these movements are typically called pronation and supination. So children, such kind of rotation if there, so those joints where this kind of rotation takes place are called as pivotal joints. And this joint enable us to move our head up, down also, and right and left as well are present in our neck. So these are called as pivot joint. You can see here in this diagram, this joint helps our neck to move left and right. Next kind of joint is hinge joint. A hinge joint, also called as glinglymus, it is a bone joint in which the articular surfaces are molded to each other in such a manner as to permit motion only in one plane. So children, these joints are actually placed in the place in such a manner that they are molded to each other. For example, ganglions are the interphalangeal joints and the joint between the humerus and ulna. The knee joints and ankle joints are less typical as they allow a slight degree of rotation. So these kind of things, joints can be seen here. The joint of your elbow, which allow motions on one direction up and down to your hand. Okay, so these are called as hinge joint. Now fixed joint. Some joints between bone in our head are different from those we have discussed as it doesn't move. So fixed bones are also only found in our upper joint, skull and our teeth. So those joints are called as fixed joints. You can see these are the fixed joints which cannot move. Now comes to gliding joint. Children, you know, a plain joint is a synovial joint which under the psychological condition allows only one gliding movement. The opposed surfaces of the bones are flat or almost flat with movement limited by their tight joint capsules. Also they are found in the wrist and ankles. These are the gliding joints. Slightly movable joint. Children, the joints which can move slightly, that those have rumen and all, they are called as slightly movable joints that are present on our back also. We can move backward a little, right? this is what all about different kinds of joints. Now we will see human skeletal system. Today I will just tell you the parts of human skeletal system which I will explain in the next either live class or video class will proper explanation. These are skulls, backbone, rib cage, now these are the different the kinds of joints or girdles that we have seen, and you have to do reading of page number 68 to 72. So complete your part of reading, children, and be ready for understanding the next topic. Till the time, stay safe, stay home, and enjoy online schooling. Thank you, all of you.